I've got something interesting to show off today. Found it in a charity shop for £8. It is the Polaroid iX2020. It's a camcorder. It's fairly modern. It was released around about 2015, I believe, or at least the only information I can find about it online is that it was around about 2015. But I'm just going based off of videos of people unboxing this that I've seen. All seem to be dated around that sort of time. So it's fairly modern. It's HD and it's got a touch panel. Now it says, bear in mind, it says high definition. Picture quality, not great. But I just thought I'd show it off today because it's quite an interesting little purchase. Like I say, purchased it for £8 from a charity shop, which is a good deal. Even if it is a little bit rubbish, you know. But here's what it looks like on the screen. Oh yeah! Wow! 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 It's always a little hard to tell what it's going to look like just through the little LCD. But I just thought I'll show it off and I'll give a little review because it's quite an interesting little thing. I have been playing with it for the last couple of days. It takes micro SD card, 32 gigabytes, and records in 720p or 180. And you can go on here, change the settings, go to menu. You click the home button and you get the settings in here. It is touchscreen, but the touchscreen doesn't work great. But it comes with a little stylus as well. So there you actually, you hit the menu button. You can change the screen resolution. Yeah, 720p, 1080p, VGA. I'm not too sure what VGA means, but wow. I did have a bit of trouble. Camera broke temporarily. Something happened and the screen went all weird and fuzzy and pixely. Couldn't get it to turn off. There's a tiny little reset port right there that you have to stick a needle in to reset it. That seemed to work just fine. Camera turned off and then I could turn it back on, and it's worked ever since then. The micro SD card slot is pretty strange because once the SD card's in, it's hard to get that out. It doesn't just click out. You've got to really reach in and almost pull it out. So it's not a great micro SD slot, but it's only 32 gigabytes and you can transfer it to computer using USB anyway, so it's not so much of a problem. USB cable is one of these types. I don't know if that's type B, is it? Or I think it might be type B. I'm not too sure. I know there's USB A, USB C is the common one these days. This doesn't use USB C, it uses this one. But it works. This end goes into the camera right here. And this end either plugs into your charging brick, which I'm using my Samsung one here, or into the end of a computer for transferring files off your SD card. So it works. I wanted to use a micro SD card reader with this, but like I say, I can't get it out, so this works. It takes a bit longer, but it's fine. It's workable. Flip out screen, decent, feels cheap. If you do this again and again, it feels like you could break it, but and that's giving off a very plastic sound. The whole thing weighs barely anything. It's as light as a feather. But if you want a camera you can take out, it's got a vintage quality to it. When I say vintage, I mean This is an old camera and is proper Panasonic. Yeah, it's worse than that. This is probably about 13, 14 years old. I'm not even sure. I need to look it up now. It's probably also worse than this, a tape camcorder, but it's certainly much smaller, much more portable, and if you're looking for something with terrible picture quality and a small file size so that you can easily transfer it to your computer, you know, share it, it's a good find. Honestly, I'm not disappointed. I didn't expect much anyway. It's a good find just for something to take to parties or something. You know, you want a little throwaway camera. You don't care if you drop it. Like, it was nothing. I don't care if I drop it. I don't care if it breaks, but I like having it, and I like it for that. I can just keep it around, carry it around in this pouch. Doesn't matter. So yeah, interesting little device. I'm gonna present you some footage that was filmed on this now. It's better in the daylight, as to be expected. Yeah, outdoor light, not surprising. It is better. Oh. You're always out here. If I'm out here, you're out here. And there's me. That's what I look like today. It's freezing out here. My bizarre new Polaroid got about 2 hours on this 32GB SD card, which is quite good. So yeah, that is the Panasonic iX2020. My phone never wants to focus on it. Good little camera. Check it out. There. I got mine for £8. If you want to try it, guaranteed you can get them for about 20 quid at CEX. You can probably get them cheaper on eBay, not checked. 32GB micro SD. Go give it a look.